The topic of immigration is nothing new to the Caribbean. 7% of the Jamaican population is expected to leave the country by 2015. Now, people leave their home countries for many reasons. It could be a new job, a better lifestyle, or homophobia. Linford Cunningham left Jamaica because of homophobia, and that decision almost cost him his life.
When I arrived in the United States, I did face quite a number of challenges, including access to health care. I had run out of HIV medication and was out of medication for a little while, so it took me some time to get back on track with my ARVs. And of course, certainly you'll agree with me that if one does not adhere to medication, then you run the risk of increased viral load or decrease in CD4.
Mr. Cunningham came to the United States in June 2007 with a worker's visa, but he was told that he could not access medical treatment.
I work in Massachusetts, and from what I do know in Massachusetts, your immigration status does not prevent you from accessing HIV medication as well as some services. Regardless of your immigration status, you are still entitled to receiving services. For me, at the time, I did not know that that was the case because I had no one to tell me, share this information with me.
Back in Jamaica, Mr. Cunningham worked with Jamaica AIDS Support for Life, so he used his contacts there to get information on how to access treatment.
And had individuals came to my house at midnight, sat with me, cried with me, and walked me through the process the following day, accompanied me to the health center. Even when I got to the health center, I was afraid of even talking about immigration because there was that genuine fear that I would be deported. So I can actually understand what someone else goes through who may be here on a work visa, who may be here illegally in terms of trying to access services. And certainly, without certain vital services, one's health could easily deteriorate.
So lack of information can be a huge problem for migrants, especially people living with HIV and AIDS, MSMs and sex workers. Those migrants are called mobile population, and that's where the Caribbean Vulnerable Communities Coalition comes in.
CVC is particularly concerned about mobile populations that are irregular, because it's often, being irregular in a place is one of the things that heightens your risk to HIV. We're also concerned about some of the migrant groups who have double vulnerabilities. And by that I mean, for example, mobile sex workers who have vulnerabilities because they're mobile, but also because they're sex workers or mobile MSM.
Reporting from the 19th International AIDS Conference in Washington, D.C., I'm Simone Absolom for JNN and CBMP.